It's the National Football League on EA Sports. And if it's in the game, it's in the game. It's the New York Jets and the Cleveland Browns. Next on Madden Football.
Fun times in Cleveland ahead as we join you by the Lakeshore here at Cleveland Browns Stadium. But tonight we've got a good AFC matchup on tap as it'll be the New York Jets taking on the Cleveland Browns. Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis on hand. Kickoff just moments away. Charles, quickly, keys to the game.
For me, it's coaching. Who prepared his team the best going into this one to give them the confidence to believe that they would win the game? That's who's going to come out of this one on top.
The veteran Dustin Hopkins has this one teed up, and we are underway here in Cleveland. This fielded right at the goal line. And he'll get it up just past the 20 as his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line. So now here comes the Jet offense as they get ready to take over. They'll be led out by Zach Wilson, former second overall pick, now in his third season out of BYU.
And what was really attractive about Zach Wilson coming out of college, coming out of BYU, his ability to create and make plays when many people thought they didn't exist. But what's been even better is watch him improve in the pocket, able to hit the back foot, make the right read, and the right throws.
First play, Wilson wants to throw it. That'll be complete to Allen Lazard.
Barney sold the go route really well. Thought he was going deep, then curled it back inside for a nice completion.
DBs love when they pump the brakes, don't they?
Yeah, that's really a whole lot of fun. It's almost like you said, listen, if you're going to sell the go, just go. And let's see who's faster.
Still a few inches short of a first down as they come up now on second down. Throwing is Wilson. And his throw is incomplete.
It's a tried-and-true formula, and I don't think it'll change for as long as we play football. If someone's trying to throw the ball and you can put pressure on them and make it tough, that's only going to help your defense.
Yeah, he's since being hurried. He got rid of it before taking the hit, but incomplete. An early test for this defense. Here we go on 3rd and inches. Wilson. He's got his running back out of the backfield. And he's out of bounds, able to take this one up to the 35. 3rd down turns to first with that 5-yard pickup.
Short yardage situation, you have to wonder if they thought that they were just going to run it inside. But you have to be cognizant of the back slipping out of the backfield trying to find some open space. And that's exactly what he does to the tune of a first down.
Now left side, a completion to his tight end. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Give him 12 yards there, and the Jets have a first. And forget about the run to set up the pass. They're just coming out throwing.
Forget trying to set anything up. They feel like they have the advantage. They feel like they have the matchups, and they're just attacking right now.
Yep, going to the air on the opening drive. Again, Wilson. Quick throw there is incomplete.
Well, they've been back on their heels a little bit here in this drive, but a chance to exhale just a little bit there with incompletion on first down. Now they have to gear up, try and get 2 more stops, and escape this drive.
Here's 2nd and 10. Wilson. A short throw to Conklin, the tight end. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. And the pocket's been protected pretty good here so far in the opening drive.
We always talk about confidence in runners and catchers and quarterbacks. How about the protection detail? They're not allowing anyone near the guy throwing the
6. Now Wilson. He's got his target. That's complete. And they're going to have another first down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 36. The Jet passing game in rhythm. They've got another first. We got to like what you're seeing from this offense here on the first drive. A nice sustained series to begin the game. It will continue after picking up another first there.
Would you say the word methodical comes to mind? I love the execution. I love what they're doing on this drive. They're controlling the ball, controlling the game, controlling the clock.
They'll run for the first time with Breece Hall. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
Here's Wilson. Oh, he tried to fit it in on the slant, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Jeremiah Owusu-Koramoah. And the Browns are going to have the short field here as they'll take over right at the 50. Offensively, a far from ideal start there with a pick on the opening drive.
Yeah, not exactly what they were looking for. We know that. That's pretty obvious. The beauty, though, is it's happening early. If they don't panic, they don't compound this problem, they've got a long way to go and a chance to get back in it.
So here are the Browns under head coach Kevin Stefanski. Leading them out, a first-round pick in the 2017 NFL Draft, former Clemson Tiger, Deshaun Watson.
And he makes it so difficult for all defenses because when he's got the ball, it's hard to say when a play is truly over because he can create from any spot on the field and in any situation, even when it appears that he's contained. When he's running your offense, a big play could arrive from any possible spot.
On first down, they'll run with Chubb. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
They suspected that it was a power play up the middle coming at them, and boy, were they right. That defense got downhill in a hurry and limited them to just a couple on first down.
From the 48-yard line, here's the 2nd and 8. Now it's Watson. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. Deshaun Watson, so multi-dimensional, able to scramble for the first.
Partner, there's a downside to everything, and the danger of man coverage is if you're locking down your target, you often turn your back to the quarterback, and you don't see him. Sometimes you open up a big lane for him to hit you for big yardage, and that was an astute play by him to scramble out, see that lane, and burn them for a first down.
And they see right through that defensively as he'll be hit and taken down to the backfield. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
But that's not an easy play for a defensive end because most of his responsibility has him getting upfield and working, but how about his vision to see where the play was going, crashed down inside, and tackled him for a loss.
2nd down, here's Chubb again. Nothing doing, barely able to muster a yard to hit the 35.
And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
Tough spot here, 3rd down and 11. Here's Watson. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And that's going to be caught for a Browns touchdown. Murray Cooper, 35 yards. And the Browns take the early turnover and convert it into an opening touchdown. Charles, here in their opening series, they said they had certain plays scripted for certain players. That looked like a well-designed play to get one of their top targets involved.
Yeah, let's face it, Brandon. A player of his talent is a problem for any opponent to defend, and we saw it right there. They tried to deny an open lane to him. He still outplayed the coverage and scored the early touchdown. Good luck trying to figure out how to defend him as this game moves on.
Extra point good by Hopkins, and it's now a 7-0 game. Following the touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away. This taken in at the goal line. And he'll be brought down at the 28-yard line, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone gets him 3 more. Back onto the field come the New York Jets for their second drive. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others, where they think they have an advantage. Dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. They find Randall Cobb with the completion. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup.
And that's how you shake off the interception you threw on the opening drive. Come back and throw another strike and gain nice yardage. And I give credit to 2 people on this one. The man throwing the ball and the person calling the plays. They're not shutting him down early in this game.
So a 1st and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now at the 44-yard line. On 1st and 10, it's Hall. And that didn't fool anybody. He's going to be dropped in the backfield. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. Plays like we just saw there. That's why they're up right now. And the defense, they're doing their job.
Yeah, it starts with the guys up front. So when you talk with GMs who are putting together a team, a lot of them say we're going to build from the inside out, because if you control the line of scrimmage, you control the rest of the ball game, and that's what we're seeing here. They're actually playing in the offense's backfield, not necessarily just playing at the line of scrimmage.
And that play goes nowhere. Taken down, losing yardage at the 50, right at midfield. 3rd and 15 coming up after that loss of 2.
Heck of a play there to get to him quickly and get him down for a loss.
I think they did a really nice job getting ready for this game, scouting, watching film, and understanding defensively what the play design was.
Shot taken on 3rd down, but it's going to wind up incomplete.
Haven't met a corner that's worth this up yet that ever admits to worrying about man coverage. How about the play there, breaking that pass up?
On 4th down, here's the veteran Thomas Morstead to punt for the Jets. Jakeem Grant deep for Cleveland.
This is away and a very good kick, angled for the sidelines. Second drive coming up here for Cleveland as they return to the field on offense.
They've got the 7-0 lead. Now they've got the football back after their defense got the stop, CD. And you get the feeling if they could score here, they really have all the momentum on their side.
And you just wonder right now, is the quarterback and the play caller totally in sync? Are they of one mind that, hey, what worked last time, let's keep doing it until they stop us? Or do they go to a different section in the playbook, show them something different? Either way, they want a repeat of their first drive.
Watson on 1st down. Got an open man. That's David Njoku, the tight end.
They gave up the completion there, but this is what zone defenses count on. Catching the ball and not much run after the catch.
From the 20, here's a 2nd and 4.
Watson.
And that one off the mark behind him, incomplete.
I think he's a little trigger happy right there, and it turned into an ill-advised throw into their zone.
Well, we know he has confidence. He'll throw it any place, anytime, anywhere. That time it fell incomplete. Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. Here's Watson. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he is going to have a Browns 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Well, as a coach, you absolutely love seeing your offense find their rhythm early, and that's exactly what we've seen so far. They had a touchdown on their opening drive, and now they connect here for another nice gain for a 1st down. This offense is moving the ball well, exactly as he drew it up in practice.
Clock rolling as we hit the midway point of this 1st quarter. Watson looks to throw again. He's going to look end zone here for Cooper.
And that's going to be incomplete.
They decided the opportunity was there and launched a deep ball. but he was unable to get away from the defender. Couldn't create space, couldn't uncover at the end of the route, and that one winds up incomplete.
Now a 2nd and 10.
They go up the middle with Chubb. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 45. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
That 2nd down play call was not to pick up the 1st down. It was to accomplish what they did, to get them into a manageable 3rd down, because they had incompletion on 1st down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
From the gun on 3rd, Watson.
Open man is Bell, complete. And he is going to have a Browns 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And Brandon, from our time in college football, where receivers weren't running the traditional NFL route tree, one thing they did learn, find open areas, find soft spots, and set up and catch the ball. And I think we just saw that there.
Yeah, we saw that indeed, picking up the 1st. Now here's a pass on 1st down that's knocked away and incomplete.
So it looks like they still have some fight in them on this series, because it seemed like things were headed for the red zone. But if this defense gets 2 more stops, they can keep them out of that area.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Throwing again is Watson. And his throw is going to be incomplete.
What would look like a march to the end zone has hit a momentary roadblock with that incompletion. No need to panic. They just got to come up with a high percentage play call and see if they can get their offense back on track.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. To throw is Watson. He'll be taken down. The Jets get in there for the sack. And that'll bring up 4th down on a big sack with a loss of 5. And when you go 5 wide like they just did there, you can't really max protect, can you?
No, you cannot. What you're hoping is that by going 5 wide, you're forcing the defense into coverage. And if you do that, you get a chance to find some people downfield. But if they audible themselves and go into a blitz, then it's got to happen right now.
Or lights out.
Exactly right. Turn them out. That play's over.
And New York set to take the field. And the results for them have not been strong to this point. 2 drives have ended in a turnover and then a punt.
So would it be too snarky for me to say that they've shown improvement? Because you had two drives with turnovers. Now they punted it away, so at least they didn't turn it over. So that's good, right?
You're going to get some angry users reaching out to you on social media.
Well, I don't mean to be. I was actually looking for the positive. Silver lining, you know.
Play action. It's Wilson. And that is incomplete.
Well, it certainly appears that they're going to try and keep getting him the football. That's the 3rd time they've looked in his direction. Unfortunately, haven't completed one yet, but I'm not sure they're going to shy away from him. They feel like they've got something there, and they want to capitalize on it.
I think you're right. We're only in the 1st quarter, so a lot of opportunities ahead. Here's Wilson to throw.
Short arms that one just a bit. It's low and incomplete.
Well, the incompletions on 1st and 2nd down, it certainly seems like a reflection of what we've seen so far in this game. The defense, quicker to the punch so far. Let's see if they can get something going here on 3rd down.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. Now Wilson. That is caught. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 23 yards on the play.
He's one of the bigger receivers in the game, CD, and his size that time certainly helped against double coverage.
Yeah, you're still at a little bit of a disadvantage when you're going against multiple defenders, when they're trying to double you and sometimes triple you. But you're exactly right. With his build, he could minimize that disadvantage, and he more than held his own and hauled that one in right there.
Hall want to give up the middle. And they nearly sprung him that time as he takes this all the way down to the 37.
11 more on that one and another 1st down. Although his reputation as a speedy runner precedes him, it's always fun to watch him work.
It is eye-opening, isn't it? Because when you see him get the ball and just go, in addition to that speed, it helps out his blockers. They don't have to hold blocks for long because he's just going to speed right past them.
And he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe. It's J.O.K. Jeremiah Owusu-Koramoah in there for the sack. Well, remember, he had the interception earlier. Now he adds the sack. He's really making his presence felt out there.
Oh, he is putting together a heck of a game. In fact, he's going to bump these plays to his highlight reel, okay? So when he wants to show it off later on, look what I did out there, guys. In this offense, they've got to start paying him a little special attention. He's like a good basketball player, putting stats in every column.
On second down, a run with Hall.
And he'll be taken down right around the 41-yard line. Give him 8, maybe 9, but they're still left with a 3rd and long upcoming.
This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after a while, I'm not too sure how many guys are going to want to run up and tackle him.
On 3rd down, here's Hall.
And he'll take it inside the 40 to the 39-yard line. Just a gain of 2 there, and it's going to bring up a 4th down.
Partner, when you're not able to run the ball successfully, it really messes everything up for an offense because no longer are you setting the tone and dictating the game. If you do want to throw the ball, play action's kind of gone out the window because they don't respect the run. And last but not least, you don't get to dictate it all when you want to throw the football, and that really hurts you as an offense.
Heading out is the Cleveland offense now as they get set to take over here. They've got a 7-0 lead in the football as well as they start out 1st and 10. They'll fake the handoff. Now Watson. Oh, a nice spin. He'll get just a yard on the scramble. It's 2nd down.
That's an early scramble to be viewed positively by either side. From the offensive point of view, it begins to establish him as a possibility to keep it on certain plays. And defensively, they avoided giving up a huge play in one of their first tests in containing a quarterback on the run.
Now Watson.
He rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Sauce Gardner picks it off.
And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line.
And Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively, not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you've got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
So out now come the Jets.
And they'll take over here following the interception with a chance to tie the ball game. It's 1st and 10.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. After the interception, here's Wilson. And he's going to go down. They get to him back at the 40. In for the sack, Myles Garrett.
Boy, every time I see speed like that off the edge, Charles, I just don't know how these offensive linemen do it. I would think that they would get called for holding every play, and maybe they should have been called for holding on that one.
Yeah, maybe not just holding, but sometimes you end up setting back in the offensive backfield a little bit farther to try and help you with the edge. That's a penalty as well. Sometimes you overset, they'll come inside of you. That's what speed does. It disrupts an offense. And right now, you've got to pay attention to this edge rusher every single day. Almost feels like anything you can do, we're going to try and match or do better. We've already seen one touchdown pass from the opposition. They tried to equal it on that throw.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
On the draw, it's Hall.
And this effort will not get it done. He stopped well short of the 1st down at the 29. It's a gain of 11, but they're still well short. It's 4th down.
That was a good, strong run there. While it won't pick up a first down, it was definitely something needed by that offense. A positive run. They got a good push by their guys up front. Maybe something they can build on as this game continues.
Zuerlein's kick is up and through. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3.
So the interception set him up with terrific field position, but 3 points, the end result.
Yeah, we can make this one pretty simple, partner. You always want to end drives with points, but that's one that you're going to look back on and probably say, we should have done better there.
Morstead, the punter, out to kick it off.
Taken at the goal line. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. Another opportunity now for the Browns offense. And we'll see if they can bounce back from that last drive. In particular, if they can bounce back at the quarterback position, Charles, after throwing their first interception of the ball game.
Yeah, and some guys, you know they're going to want to try and get a big play right away and take control back. Others, they're going to look to hit a couple shorter passes and get a little momentum back that way.
But for the defense, that goal's not changing a bit. They want another pick.
You're exactly right about that. In fact, you've got to watch them a little bit because in coverage, they may cut down their gaps a little bit, maybe their splits a little bit in order to try and get to the ball even faster.
And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
Watson now to throw.
That's caught by the tight end, Harrison Bryant.
His first catch, good for 9 and a first down.
Many different ways to create space, but on that play, he did it with that big, wide body of his. Didn't get a whole lot of yardage on the play, but it did what it was supposed to, pick up a first down.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Off of play action, it's Watson. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down.
John Franklin Myers, the one in there to drop him. Well, on that one, they go with a play fake, CD, but I don't think anybody really was fooled. All eyes were fixated on the quarterback, and they got him to the ground.
And to run this play successfully, you've got to make sure that everyone is doing their part. You actually have to sell this play. You've got to sell the run action. Otherwise, why do you stop at the running back? You just run straight for the quarterback and put him on the ground.
On to the second from Cleveland. It's the Browns in control of the football.
Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. Back to throw, Watson. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. I guess no need to force it when you can do that instead. First down, 18-yard gain.
Evident there that he learned his lesson from the last drive. No way he was going to force a throw that time. When nothing broke open, kept it, and ended up running for a first down himself.
And Chubb will try the middle here. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
They've created a nice sustained drive off of plays like that. A nice strong run there that keeps them advancing the ball.
Ball spotted at the 45. Here's 2nd and 4.
And again, it's Chubb. He won't find a ton of space following the display of power as he's down just inside the 45.
Well, that's all about doing the dirty work right there defensively. 2nd and short yardage, that's all about plugging those gaps, not giving a running back a crease to run through, and has a nice job to hold him just a couple and force a 3rd down.
The Browns on 3rd down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 2. Out of the gun, Watson. Quick slant, caught by Moore.
And he is Browns first down, and he was able to get it by plenty. A gain of 8 on 3rd and 3.
I like the call on 3rd and 2. They were geared up to stop the run. I like the fact they just hit them quick. A little slant route. All about timing there, partner.
Yeah, the timing, everything well executed. Up the middle, it's Chubb. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
Not a big run, not an explosive run, but they've held the ball for plenty of plays on this drive. They're just trying to impose their will on the defense right now.
From the 32-yard line now, here's 2nd down and 7. From the gun, it's a give to Chubb. That's some strong running there as he's down just shy of the 20 on the edge of the red zone. It's a gain of 10, and the Browns are going to get a first down.
Well, they're getting ready to go to work now in prime real estate after that last run. Found his spot and picked up nice yardage, didn't he?
And now he's got him knocking on the door of the red zone. Faking the give. Now Watson. Sideline throw. It's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes inbounds. It'll be a gain of 5, and that'll make it 2nd down.
Let's make this one simple. What a catch, especially the finishing part of getting his feet in bounds, toe tapping, and of course, foot dragging.
Little tapestry, if you will.
Oh, I like it.
And this is caught. Touchdown, Cleveland. Deshaun Watson fighting Amari Cooper. And the Browns are able to extend their lead. Well, only the 2 catches for him thus far, CD, but both of them have resulted in touchdowns.
And I think he's on the bench right now, Brandon, smiling at his position coach and telling him, all those times you talked to us about efficiency, I'm living it right now.
Here's Hopkins now for the extra point. And this one's right through to make it a 14-3 ball game. So that one a long 11-play drive. And it's Amari Cooper who finishes it off with a touchdown reception. Following the touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away. This fielded right at the goal line. The lane opens here. He's past the 30. It's a foot race. And they are not going to catch him. He's in. Touchdown, Jets. I know a lot of special teams coaches, they just want to keep it away from him because that's what he can do.
And others have egos that their players can't keep up with. And they say, challenge him, kick it to him. The way he runs as fast as he is, I wouldn't challenge him at all. I'd do everything possible to keep it away.
He is just a blur when he gets a full head of steam, and he got a full head of steam there. Now Greg Zuerlein on for the extra point. And he's got it. That cuts the lead. It's now 14-10. And no doubt one of the most, if not the most exciting play we'll see in this game. The kick return all the way to the end zone for 6 points. So let's try this again. After the kick return, TD, here's yet another kickoff. And he takes this near the 25, just a little pass there, call it the 26. Deshaun Watson and the Browns offense back onto the field. He had the touchdown pass on the last drive, his second of this first half, as they'll try again on first down here. Moore, the man in motion. On first down, it's Watson. He's got the connection to Moore. From the 31, here's second down and 5. Watson off play action. Throwing quickly there, but it's incomplete.
Had an open man that time. They end up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. Here's Watson. Taken down, but he does have first down yardage. It goes as a gain of 8 and it moves the chains.
Well, he and his offense were staring down what was likely a 3 and out. Zero fear from his side, though. Never doubted for a second they pick up the first. He's ready to pull the trigger on a keeper the moment it revealed itself.
Now a first down throw. Watson over the middle and into the hands of his receiver Moore. So give him 2 yards there on the completion, and it'll be second down. Now it's Watson. And that is going to be incomplete as he led him a bit too much.
The touch and time are critical for those types of throws. He put a lot of zip on that one. Needed just a little bit more finesse trying to get it to his back.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Operating from the gun, Watson. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down.
That could be the stop this defense needed to get them back on track. They've been pretty well dissected by the offense here in the first half. After that possession, now they know that they can compete with this offense.
And Bojorquez on to punt as he gets it away. And now out come the Jets. And after the field goal last time, see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them want to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that, that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
They'll start on the ground. Hall. And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up second down.
Offense looked a little bit discouraged after that play, shaking their heads a bit, looking at each other. I think they thought they'd get a lot more out of that call. Sometimes you do get the running lane you want, and other times, the defensive front, they just break up the play before it can get going.
They'll send the big tight end in motion right. Ball again on second down. And he can muster only a couple here to the 24. 2 yards on the first down carry, and then followed up by 2 yards on the second down carry.
Well, that's definitely not going to be enough to get the job done. Wasn't the expression 3 yards in a cloud of dust?
Now they're going to need 6 on 3rd down to keep the drive going. The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This will be 3rd and 6. Early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. Picked off by Jeremiah Owusu-Koramoah.
And that's now the second time he's picked off a pass here in the first half alone. Again, another great read defensively, and you just see him get in the right position to make the play and get his guys the football back.
Here comes the Browns offense back onto the field.
And they'll have good field position here following the interception and a chance to build on their lead as they start with a 1st and 10.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll try the draw now with Chubb. Absolutely nobody fooled there. He's going nowhere fast as he stopped behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Oftentimes when you see a running back get bunched up in the backfield, it's usually because the defensive tackle is eating up blockers for others to make the play. Not in this case.
2nd down, here's Chubb again.
After getting stuffed on 1st down, not much better there. 2-yard gain. So they've been unable to capitalize on the great field position as of yet. Here's 3rd and 9. Back to throw. Watson.
And he'll be marked down right at the 15-yard line.
A good play there as the Browns strike for 16 and a 1st down.
That's a play that will likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10.
Handoff comes to Chubb. He takes us down to about the 12 for a gain of 3.
And they'll come up 2nd and 7.
They run it again with Chubb. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
I would think as a play caller, you want to look for some quick hitters to your tight end. Any type of a route to replace where that linebacker was. Because when you saw the speed with which he reacted and stuffed that play, maybe use that speed against him in the future.
Throwing on 3rd down, Watson. Touchdown, Browns! Deshaun Watson with his 3rd touchdown pass in this first half as his guys are able to extend their lead. Now it's Hopkins to add the extra point. It's good, and it's 21-10. That time a 6-play drive.
And David Bell closed things out with a touchdown catch.
Following the touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away.
And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. Time for another drive here for this Jets offense. Well, still early in this one, Charles, but the last time this offense was out there, they threw their first interception of the ball game, so trying to avoid repeating that mistake here on this drive.
And to put a positive spin on it, at least it happened in the first half and not in a close game in the fourth quarter. But you're absolutely right, partner. One of the last things this offensive quarterback wants to witness again in this game.
Kind of an obvious question, Charles, but anything you try to avoid after your first pick, or you say it's one interception, we're still in the first half, I'm going to do the same thing?
I think you want to avoid playing scared, and put it into the mind of the quarterback that you've lost confidence in him. Make sure you get some throws that he's going to be able to complete, make him feel good about himself, and continue to run your offense.
Second down, 8 to go from the 28. Running left, it's Hall. Now he's loose at the 40. Inside the 20. Breece Hall. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Breece Hall. 72 yards. And the Jets are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6. And with that carry, he's already over 100 yards here in the first half.
And, partner, you know exactly what he's saying to his teammates right now, right? Especially to the play caller.
Give me the ball.
Again, and again, and again. It's not that heavy, sir. I'll take it.
Zerline now for the PAT. And he's got it to make this a 21-17 game. It only took him 2 plays there to find the end zone. The last one, the long run, getting him in for 6 points. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. This is Jakeem Grant. Jakeem Grant now to return. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. And now the Browns coming out on the field. We have seen a lot of points here in this quarter. For us up here in the booth, it's been fun to watch. The defensive coordinators probably scratching their heads.
Yeah, they're going a little bit crazy right now. But let's face it, all of our friends who play fantasy, they're enjoying the heck out of this show because most of them are creating and getting a bunch of points.
Yeah, points certainly not at a premium here. Watson and the Browns now with a 1st and 10 at their own 23. He'll start things off with a handoff to Chubb. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
Well, from an offensive perspective, that was a tough run because he only picked up 3 yards. But let's flip it over to the defensive side. They now have the advantage. 3 3-yard gains. That means they're punting the ball likely on 4th down. That's what you're looking for when you're playing defense.
On 2nd down, here's Watson. It's caught by Bryant. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down.
And the tight end is certainly a position built to move the chains because they can control space underneath. If they've got good hands, then, of course, they're a dynamic target. But one other thing is they're right in the sight lines of a quarterback on just about every play, and that makes it easier for the quarterback to pick him out and deliver.
Moore, the man in motion. Watson on 1st down. Over the middle, Amari Cooper, it's complete. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And they'll be left with a 2nd and about a foot. Watson. Toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete.
The coverage keyed in on him since that last completion his way. He earned a little more attention on that route, and that made it a lot tougher to get a clean throw his way.
The offense on 3rd down tonight. Can't fault these numbers. 7 for 9 thus far. They're looking at 3rd in the nose of the football. They'll run for it. Here's Chubb. Down the numbers. There he goes. Still going inside the 20. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Nick Chubb, 55 yards. And the Browns are able to stretch out their lead.
We see this a lot on 3rd and short yardage, especially down here in the red zone. They're going to sell out to stop the run and try and hold them to a field goal. But once the running back gets past the first wave, the resistance can evaporate after that. And he not only picks up the first, but he takes it all the way into the end zone.
On is Hopkins now for the extra point. And that one pushes the lead up to 11. 5 plays there on that drive. And Nick Chubb, the one to finish it off, as he does so with a touchdown run. Following the touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away.
This taken in at the goal line. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. The Jets taking over again. Breece Hall making his way out with the offense.
And Charles, you can't really fault him. He's over 100 yards already. He's not the reason they're losing.
And that is really unusual because ordinarily when you've set the tone this way and have run it this effectively, usually your team's in control. So it's a very strange situation. And you're right, you can't fault him. He's done a great job for his team thus far.
I'm guessing he's saying, feed me on the sidelines. Now will they continue to do it?
Now Wilson.
He'll find Lazard here over the middle. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. Give him 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give him a first down.
Well, there's no disputing. He's made some poor throws in this first half, but this was a good one. And you can bet this is an offense that isn't going to pull back. They believe in what he can do. So all you can do is look forward, and they pick up a first down.
Wilson. And Lazard's got it again.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Another first down as they call his number again. He's got 15 yards here.
Well, this is where reading defenses and practice time comes into play. You got to know what you're running versus zone versus man and how to run the proper route. And they just executed that one pretty well.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. This drive starts with 2 steps forward and now 1 back. A pair of first downs, and here a loss of yardage.
Defensively, he has been a presence in their backfield in the first half. Had a sack earlier, and now he comes up with a big tackle for a loss.
Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. From midfield now, here's Wilson.
This pass out wide to Hall.
And that's good for a gain of 6, and it brings up 3rd and 5 now. Looked like a pretty good, safe play right there. No, he's had trouble with the interceptions in this game there. Hits his guy out in the flat.
And so many times we hear quarterbacks and offensive coordinators talk about in your progressions, you're either throwing the touchdown or you're throwing the check down. But earlier in the game, it was touchdown or interception. Now he got to the check down, a nice safe throw, and a good one.
Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete. Well, the other day they told us when we've got 3rd and 5 or less, we have to be able to convert. And I guess every team would say that, Charles, but an opportunity missed there.
What they were trying to tell us is they believe it's a matchup game at that point, and they liked some matchups that they had, thought they could exploit them, unable to do so on that play.
This one will sail out of bounds. It'll depend on the spot here. And the side judge says that went out at the 7-yard line.
Ready to take over again on offense. Out comes Cleveland.
And now last drive so successful with the ground game, ending in a touchdown. Do you stick with that formula?
That would be the #1 thing you would think of, but so many guys now would look at it and say, we've got them set up so well for play action. Now's the time to take a shot.
Yeah.
But, you know, there was a big-time coach in the state of Ohio who once said, if you throw the ball, if you put it in the air, 3 things can happen, and 2 of them are bad. He would have kept it on the ground.
Solomon Thomas there on the tackle.
Brandon, one thing about blitzes, they really confuse offensive linemen at times, and what you have to do is lock in on the guy right in front of you. If you don't, you saw the end result. Defensive tackle ended up making the play.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Here's Watson.
He'll get this to Bell.
9 yards, not
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. Here now, 3rd and a yard. To throw is Watson. That is caught. And he'll be out of bounds right around the 20. It's a gain of 4, and it gets him the first.
That's a big conversion there on 3rd down because they did not want to give the ball up here late in the half. They'd love to take the clock all the way down and score. This will definitely help the cause.
On 1st down, Watson going out wide, finds Chubb. And he's brought down at the 24 after a gain of 4.
I know it was a gain, but you have to sense probably a little bit of disappointment there because when it's out there in open space, I think they expect to get more out of a play, don't you?
Especially when you're getting it to your guy out of the backfield. You're expecting him to be able to create something, be a little more shifty.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Good open field tackling held it to an okay gain.
Wide open, Amari Cooper. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Watson hooking up with Cooper there for the Cleveland first. Talk about a big first half. Already has the 2 touchdowns, adding to his receiving total there and picking up the first down.
He's coming off the line so fast. I think he's intimidating the defensive backs with his explosiveness, and he's chipping away at their confidence.
To the air yet again, Watson. To the right side, and he's got more complete. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with exactly a minute to go before halftime. This is 2nd and 8. Back to throw, Watson. This short pass into the hands of Njoku. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion. And now we've got a 3rd and 3.
Completion was given up, but that's why you play zone defense, so that you can have people around the ball when it's caught, and you don't give up much run after the catch.
The 8th play of the drive coming up. It's 3rd and 3. Now Watson. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Deshaun Watson, 4 touchdown passes now in the ball game. And the Browns will extend their lead in the final minute of the half.
That score that they just gave up there, that's a tough one for their defense to swallow because they've had a tough time through the first 2 quarters. They really were determined to get a stop there, unable to do so. That makes their comeback hopes that much more difficult.
Here's Hopkins now for the extra point. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. So that drive takes him down the field in 8 plays. And it was finished off by Elijah Moore on the touchdown reception. Following the touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away. Taken at the goal line. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19. The Jets going to go on offense one last time in this first half. And the ball backed way up, so thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these 2 teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation. Either side of the ball. Just go ahead and finish up the half and get on out and talk about it.
A little over 20 seconds remaining in the half as they'll line up here 1st and 10. Out of the gun, here's Wilson. He finds his man complete. That's Wilson. And mark him down way up close to the 40 at the 39. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1.
From up near the 40 now after the big play to start. Here's another 1st and 10. Here's Wilson to throw. He's got the hook up to Lazard. Now the Jets going to use the second of their 3 timeouts. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. Now Wilson. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Cobb. Now a signal and a timeout call as it comes with 9 seconds to go in this first half of play.
Now 2nd and 5.
From the shotgun, Wilson. Now throw out wide, going to be incomplete.
A great job defensively taking away his receivers, and he was forced to put that one into Lake Erie, but that's what good quarterbacks do. They don't take unnecessary chances if they don't have to.
Final play of the half, it's Wilson. He's going to take a shot at the end zone. Why not? Back in the end zone. Could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete. So that PI call will give him one more play.
And it'll be an untimed play as well. Now the half will end after this one, unless there's another defensive penalty.
Zerline's kick is up and through. And that will do it for this first half. So we've reached halftime in a wild first half. We'll take a minute to catch our breath as we'll head down to Orlando. That's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
The highlights are fairly one-sided to this point. It's a 2-touchdown difference here at the break. But I wouldn't call this one over just yet. I think there could still be some fireworks yet to come. The Browns were given a solid performance in that first half from their quarterback, Deshaun Watson. He was on point repeatedly, ultimately finishing with 4 touchdown passes in those first 2 quarters alone.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Browns are going to get the second half kickoff, and they've got this lead as well as we are back and underway. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. The Browns offense set to go to work to begin this third quarter. And they've got the lead. CD, what do you think the message was at halftime?
I don't think the message was too drastic, I think, at the half, or that they need to change things too much. I do think the offensive line could play a little bit better, and I think they'll try and help them out more. They'll probably keep a tight end in a few more times and maybe add a running back to the formation and pick up those pass rushers, because they probably allowed a few too many sacks for comfort in the first half.
On first down, it's Watson. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is a defense that's certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
Here's Watson. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's third down.
guys expect it. He's gone to him several times in this game, but that's the first time one has slipped from his grasp. I'll bet he goes back to him, though. He's an excellent player.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Watson now to throw. They set up the screen to Chubb, and he's going to be brought down short of the first at about the 31-yard line. They do get 7 out of that, but not enough to prevent a 4th down.
And that's a play that's not uncommon on 3rd and long, because the offense is just hoping that somehow they can get a guy in space and follow some blockers downfield. Does a pretty nice job there getting a few yards, but he ends up getting stopped before he can get the first down.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. It's a 54-yard punt with a return of 11. And the Jets will take over. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. Wilson leading the Jets up now for a 1st and 10 at their own 24. Off play action. Wilson. This is Lazard with a catch out left. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down.
Well, they obviously red man covers their partner, and he got downfield, broke down the defender, made him
What do you mean by that, Brooke?
Yeah, he made him think he was going to run a different route. Probably thought he was going to take it upfield. Then he curls back inside for the completion.
On 1st and 10, it's Wilson. Caught by Cobb. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders, hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or?
Better against man, because now you're running away from someone and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
Straight ahead is Hall. And he's stopped after a gain of 1. Not enough. Still a yard to go on 3rd down.
Not a whole lot of room to maneuver there, and I think that's because everyone took care of their responsibilities, filled their gaps, held their place. No place for him to run.
That looked good. Everything got fumbled to the nose tackle. They swallowed him up. They'll run with Hall. And he is going to lose yardage here. 4th down now after a loss of 2.
But these guys are going to chop into that deficit. They got to do a much better job in the run game. Caught behind the line of scrimmage, no yardage to be found.
Here's Thomas Morstead now as he's on to punt for the 4th time tonight. And problems spreading to the punt team now. This one goes all the way into the end zone on the fly, so that'll come back to the 20. Cleveland offense making their way out. This crew had to punt last time they had the ball, but when you've got a lead like this, you content to play the field position game?
You are to an extent, especially if you like your defense, because you have the lead, you've been controlling the game. But why put them in a tougher spot? You want to get out there and get something done on offense and maybe take command of this game yourself.
Watson and the Browns now with a 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Looking deep in the direction of Cooper. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on 1st down, but he couldn't reel it in.
They were maybe hoping for a little bit of a back shoulder fade there, and that's a play that's been in vogue the last few years in all aspects of football. But they couldn't get the hook up there.
After the incompletion, they'll try once more from the 20-yard line on 2nd and 10. Chubb on the counter. And he'll get only a couple up to the 22. Pretty good little 2-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or 2 because you want to try and defend on 3rd down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
They'll see about converting this 3rd and 8. Now it's Watson. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he is going to have the Browns 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
On first down, they'll run with Chubb. And he swallowed up right near the line of scrimmage.
Tackle on that play by Quinnen Williams.
What an advantage having an elite guy in the middle of the defensive line, because not only does he take up the space and let the linebackers run free, but he can also make plays himself, as we just saw there.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Watson. To the left side and complete for Amari Cooper. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another first down.
This offensive game plan has just been sensational. I mean, when you think about all the different ways they've gotten their receivers open so far, it's really been impressive. Scheme, design, execution.
Watson on first down. This is the tight end, Njoku. And he's corralled at the 40, but not before picking up 8.
Now that's staying ahead of the chains. Really good pickup on first down, hitting the tight end there. Now it brings up a 2nd and manageable.
Just found a hole in that zone.
Ball on the 40 now. Here's 2nd and 2.
Now they return to the ground game. Chubb. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember, the last drive they went 3 and out.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Here's Watson. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down.
Quinnen Williams breaking through to get him to the ground. It's a loss of 7. We've seen him escape similar situations earlier in the game and get away for pretty good yardage. At that time, they get him down.
Yeah, they've had enough evidence that he can get away and run for good yardage, haven't they? That time it felt like, okay, enough of this. Let's play it the right way and get him on the ground before he does any damage.
And down to the 36-yard line here.
104 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. Throwing on 3rd down, Watson. That is caught. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. His 5th catch tonight, and it's good for a first down. And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you're talking about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence, and he's achieved that in this performance.
On first down, Watson. And he's going to go down. They sack him back right around the 30.
Multiple players getting home there for an 8-yard loss.
This is a little hard for me to compute because I'm watching sack after sack happen, but somehow they're still behind in the game. I would expect all of this defensive pressure to translate to them taking a lead, and thus far, it hasn't happened. Time's winding down. They don't want to waste this type of performance from these ace pass rushers.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
I know conventional wisdom says, hey, don't get it all back in one play, but sometimes you go ahead and try to. They tried to get it all back on that one, weren't able to do so.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. To throw is Watson.
He's got his target. That's complete.
And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
With the kind of game he's had so far, you had to know that on 3rd down, that they would be looking his way, and they did, for big yardage and a 1st down. I think the defense fell asleep at the switch on that one. I would have doubled him, tripled him, anything to keep the ball out of his hands.
So another third down conversion, and now they've got a 1st and goal. Moore, the man in motion. Looking to throw. Watson. And just not enough on the throw there. Down around his feet and incomplete. He released that awkwardly. It almost looked like a pitcher who gripped his fastball a little too hard and let it go late, and it bounced in front of the plate.
Yeah, one of those fastballs that ends up at 57 feet, not 60 feet 6 inches. Just a little short with the arm, which is unusual because we saw him in warm-ups. He's got a big, strong arm when he delivers it with confidence.
They go with Chubb on 2nd down, and maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
I thought they were onto something with their play call and kind of went in reverse a little bit. Threw it on 1st down, then ran it on 2nd down. Not successful either way. What play call do they come up with here on this important 3rd?
And that's going to be caught for a Browns touchdown. Nick Chubb, he scored on the ground and through the air. And the Browns have moved out in front by 3 touchdowns.
That drive that really increased their cushion felt very military to me. Very precise, methodical, that's one of the words you've taught me. And they just got it done.
And slowly but surely now starting to pull away a little bit. Things looking good for them here in the 3rd quarter.
Not only pulling away, but you mentioned that slowly but surely. You also drain clock, too, with a drive like that. So you really give yourself an advantage.
Hopkins with the extra point, and the lead opens up now to 22 points. Following the touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. And New York set to take the field.
I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
Wilson leading the Jets up now for a 1st and 10.
Just shy of the 30.
He'll give it to Hall to start the drive.
And they see right through that defensively as he'll be hit and taken down in the backfield.
Jeremiah Owusu-Koramoah. Big impact play, a tackle for loss.
And now you have to wonder, partner, at what point in time do they forget the running game? It's been a struggle so far in this one. I would think they'd have to start throwing it a little bit more.
Now Wilson.
And that one too far in front. He couldn't reel it in. It's incomplete.
He shook his head right when he released that throw. He knew it was going to be a little off target.
Yeah, the excitement got him on that one. Wasn't able to control the fact the receiver was open, and it would have been an easy throw.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Wilson. And that will be incomplete. Had the pass there, 3rd and long on your own side of the field. Just couldn't come up with anything.
That's why teams always talk about having to win the early downs, meaning you've got to gain yardage and set yourself up for 3rd and short, because when it's 3rd and long, the odds go down significantly trying to pick up the 1st down, even throwing the football.
Here's Morstead now as he sends this one away. We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck. And the Browns will take over 1st and 10.
There's Elijah Moore as he and the offense come out for another drive.
Good day for him so far here in the 3rd quarter. He's hit pay dirt once, over 100 yards, but Hey, it's the third quarter. He's thinking, I want more, right?
He wants more, and it just increases the confidence of his team because every play he makes, that means his quarterback is really feeling good about throwing the football. Probably feels like he can't throw an incomplete pass when he throws it to him right now.
Yeah, he's looked really, really sharp. Now a first down throw, Watson. This short pass into the hands of Njoku. That'll go for a gain of 7, and it'll be second down. Now a play fake, and it's Watson. His throw incomplete.
Well, the secondary's really struggled today, but that's a little bit of a measure of revenge, isn't it? And they just followed the basic rules. See ball, knock ball away, turned into a nice play.
So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. They give the Chubb out of the gun. And he will have a first down as they get into the ground at the 37.
111 yards rushing now as he's done it on 22 carries.
Well, someone's been having a good game so far, and you know something? A lot has been power running. They decided to turn him loose again on 3rd down, didn't they?
They did indeed. He delivered the tough yards. On 1st and 10, Watson.
Going out wide, finds Chubb.
And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. That's good for a Cleveland first down and 11-yard pickup.
And while we may be looking at the scoreboard, this offense certainly is not, because they're showing no signs of backing down, even with a 3-score lead here in the 3rd quarter. I think they keep taking their shots. They've seen blown leads happen throughout this league. They don't want to fall victim to it themselves.
Sliding out of the pocket. And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46.
You know what I like about that play? He didn't try to do too much on 1st down. He took what the defense gave him, put together a solid gain to bring up 2nd and manageable. Now they have a couple of plays to pick up just a few yards and a new set of downs.
Here now, 2nd and 4.
They go up the middle with Chubb.
And a strong run there as he'll take this all the way down to the 35.
That's good for a Cleveland first down and 11-yard pickup. He continues to have a big night here under the lights carrying the football.
And some guys prefer night games. For whatever reason, their bodies react a certain way. They love the spotlight. Maybe that's what it is. The best seats in the house, the ones where he's carrying the football for his offensive teammates. The worst seats, the 11 guys trying to tackle him on defense.
Watson gets this one to Cooper.
That was play number 7 on this drive, and it got him 7 yards.
Ball on the 28-yard line. Here's 2nd and 3.
Off of play action, it's Watson. This short pass into the hands of Njoku. And out of bounds right around the 20. And they just keep marching right along. First down on a pickup of 8 there.
I'd have to say they're feeling like they are in rhythm right now. Things are in sync, aren't they? Team's winning, got a nice little margin on the scoreboard, completing some passes, and they just completed another one for a first down there to the tight end.
And this is caught. Touchdown, Cleveland.
Elijah Moore.
His 2nd touchdown of the night.
And the Browns are able to widen their advantage. So another touchdown there, and even though we're still just here in the 3rd quarter, kind of hard now to see them giving up this lead.
And this is just an offense that's imposing its will right now. You name it, they're able to do it. If you're the play caller, whatever you want to select is there. You want to run it, you want to throw it, pick a play, any play. They're rocking and rolling right now.
Extra point good by Hopkins. And that'll push the lead up to 29 now. Following the touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away.
On the return is Xavier Gibson. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped at the 23-yard line.
And New York set to take the field.
Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD, and if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here, maybe beating the traffic in order to get home or to their final destination?
Yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot of reason to hang around, especially if they can't score here.
Yeah, you're right about that because it has been pretty clear who the better team has been in this one. And in a league that we talk about every game being a one-score game as we go into it, watching this blowout, let's just say it's been unusual.
From the 28, it's 2nd and 5. On 2nd down, a run with Hall.
And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6. Looked like he was trying to bounce it outside, but no success.
Yeah, sometimes you got to just figure out where you're going to go, and sometimes you just have to take it to another spot. In trying to get it outside, the defensive pursuit was there and just ran him down.
Throwing for the out route, he finds Wilson.
And oh, he's just going to be short here, barely. Maybe by a half a foot. It'll be 4th and inches.
If this were baseball, we'd call this small ball. Instead of pushing it downfield, they throw a short pass trying to pick up the 1st down, but the defense rallies to the football and stops him short, bringing up a 4th down.
On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. And that hits at the 6 and carries into the end zone for a touchback.
There's Elijah Moore as he and the offense come out for another drive.
And I know that they've double-teamed him a couple times, but not a ton. Whatever they're doing isn't working. He's up over 100 yards. We'll see how they adjust.
And when they do that, they weaken their defense in other places as well. And how many times have we done games where we've seen a guy have a big game like this, but it's usually not by himself, is it?
Right.
Usually it opens it up for other people to have big games as well.
Watson and the Browns now with a 1st and 10.
At the 20. They'll try and start this drive in the air.
That pass complete to Moore.
And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the 1st.
This is just more of the same. This defense has had no answer on a lot of these throws. They've let these receivers run wild, and here's another completion for good yardage.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Watson. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. It'll be a loss of 10. And it'll bring up 2nd.
And this dominant defensive performance continued on that play. This poor quarterback has not received the protection he needs and has had to pick himself up off the turf far too often.
Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle. Here's Watson. And his throw here's incomplete.
He's smart enough to avoid the taunting rule, but I'll guarantee he quietly has told them, you might want to stop coming after me downfield because I just broke up another pass and took away a big shot that you were trying to succeed with.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. And Chubb will try the middle here. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. 3 yards won't be enough here as that'll bring up 4th down.
Well, the guys who are paid to make the tackles deserve some kudos there, but I think they deserve even bigger ones because in that situation, they had to be thinking pass. Loosened up defense, going to pass coverage. Instead, maybe they surprised them a little bit running the ball, yet they rallied to it and stopped them well short of a 1st down.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession.
See if they can put this drive in the end zone, Charles, because it's been a little bit of a rough go at times. They've had to punt the football a ton in this ball game because of stalled out drives.
So are you saying that you're kind of tired of seeing the punter run out there and do his thing in this game? Is that what you're trying to say?
Well, I mean, I'm okay with it. I have a feeling that this offense, they don't want to see the punter again.
And frankly, the punter doesn't want to run out there anymore himself. He would love to see his offense put together a drive and give his leg a rest.
Now then, after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23. Now Wilson. And he's going to go down. He backed up into the end zone, and this is going to wind up a safety. Things are just going from bad to worse now. It's a safety that does him in here, and that is one frustrated offensive unit.
They can't get out from under their own shadow right now. I mean, I know this is the NFL, but could you imagine a college crowd right now? Imagine what they'd be doing. They'd be chanting, "Start the bus," because they think this one is over.
And remember, following the safety, you give the football up as well, and they free kick it from the 20 now. And they'll let that one go as it skips through the back of the end zone for a touchback. Now Nick Chubb and the Browns get set for their next possession. He's been a good workhorse. I know we use the word workhorse a lot, but he's been a good workhorse for him in this one.
No doubt about it, and there's nothing wrong with that. That's what you're looking for if you're a back, because that means everything's come together for you. The big guys up front have created space. You've run through it. And you've probably got some help even from the wide receivers who want to catch passes as opposed to block, but they're helping out too.
Yeah, everyone's pitching in. He's had a good game. A give. This is Chubb. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up. And that one was relatively easy to see. I noticed that from up here.
Yeah, it doesn't take a whole lot, does it? Sometimes you get multiples. What I always love on these offsides is when each side points at the other. Hey, you did it. No, you did it. They deciphered that one correctly.
So this helps to start a drive. After the penalty, it'll be 1st and 5. The handoff to Ford up the middle. And he's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4.
Only 4 yards on that gain, but, you know, a lot of people would say that's like getting 9 in normal circumstances since this was 1st and 5.
Yeah, now your playbook's wide open here, 2nd and very short.
Yeah, I still don't think that you can count it in the stats that way at contract time.
No, it still goes down as 4, not 9. Back to the ground. This time it's Chubb. And Chubb going to push forward and pick up a Browns first down as he'll get this up past the 35-yard line. Hate to be blunt, but it is just continuing to prove to be the case that this O-line is manhandling this D-line right now.
They deserve to roll up their sleeves and show up their biceps because they're doing exactly what you just described, manhandling the defensive front. They've got the leverage, they are powering through, and they're controlling this game.
They run again on first down. Chubb. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. 140 yards on the ground for him now as he has gotten better, really, as the night's gone on.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with. And throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
And for one of the first times all night, he is going to go nowhere as they bury him behind the line. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up 2nd down. Finally, defensively, they have a little clip to show positive for actually stopping him running the football.
It's been a really long night for them, hasn't it? So they got a little bit of a win there, but let's face it, the vision that he's had running the football has carried his feet to the open spaces and to big yardage all night long.
They lose 2 on that last play, so things get even tougher. 3rd and long coming up. When this offense gathers to watch the tape, they're going to like a lot of what they saw. They put up big numbers, but they might fast forward through that last play.
Oh, there won't be any fast forwarding, partner. I've sat in those sessions before. You end up spending more time on the bad plays than you do on the good ones. It's just the nature of...
Rush coming, and he's taken down. It's a loss of 10 on the sack, and it leads to 4th.
Well, collectively as a defense, Charles, I think if you get 4 sacks a game, you're feeling really good. Now they have 6 as a unit.
And that type of a number, it's just staggering because there's so many ways to try and counteract it. But in this case, they've got no answers for this unrelenting pressure coming at their quarterback.
The Browns send out their punter now. He's been terrific so far. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. And that one hits a little too close to the goal line, and it continues into the end zone for a touchback. New York set to take the field.
Even though they were able to force the punt defensively, still a big hole to climb out of, especially at this late stage of the contest. Wilson leading the Jets up now for a 1st and 10.
At their own 20-yard line. Throwing to start the drive. Wilson. That's complete to Cobb. And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27.
Always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down.
Well, that was a pretty favorable situation there. What would you call that? 2nd and manageable? Smart play, too. Didn't force it downfield when he didn't have it. Just checked it down, let him get the 1st down, and that's exactly what he did.
They'll throw on 1st down with Wilson. There's Hall bringing in another one. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
From the gun, it's Wilson.
He gets it underneath to Hall.
And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. That one, a 1st down pickup of 8.
But they certainly had success throughout this contest, getting him the ball in the passing game, and there he picks up another 1st down. Whatever they saw going into this one, they've been able to capitalize on it, and no adjustment has been made to take it away.
Again, Wilson.
And this one incomplete. Threw it down at the feet of his receiver.
This has obviously been a bad loss, but one of the few things they can still do is try and throw the ball all the way to the end zone and get some points on the board so they're not shut out over the final 2 quarters of this game.
2nd and 10.
Here's Wilson. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
What I love about watching the passing game nowadays is that the one-dimensional receiver is really starting to leave the game. You got to be able to do it all. Of course, you got to run fast. Of course, you got to catch the ball. But route running savvy and toughness, there's a premium for all of that now.
Out of the gun, here's Wilson.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete.
And they're going to have another 1st down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 34-yard line. The Jet passing game in rhythm. They've got another 1st.
And with this game well in hand, perhaps we are seeing the coverage lighten up a little bit as they got burned there a bit for a 1st down.
Well, we certainly know the coach isn't happy along the sideline, because he certainly wants them to finish this one out the way they started it. He doesn't want to give up any soft completions, no late points. He wants his lead to stay right where it is.
And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 10 more there and another 1st down.
Brandon, a lot of times you'll see running backs rotate in and out of the game, whether it's a completed pass, a good run, it doesn't matter. Here, not only does he stay in, but they go right back to him, and he makes another nice play. Back-to-back catches.
Off the play fake, here's Wilson. That's going to be complete on the sideline, but, you know, that throw left him no room to run, and the good footwork nearly all for naught.
Yeah, that one was covered pretty well because they were trying to leak the tight end out into the flat. I think they were hoping he could catch and turn upfield and pick up the first down.
From the 22 now, here's 2nd down and 8.
Now it's Wilson. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
That incompletion brings us one snap closer to the end of this one. Maybe mercifully, partner. And let's face it, though, no surprise, they're still flinging it around. They have pride, too.
So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8. They go play action with Wilson.
He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration of body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. They'll try and throw for it with Wilson. That is caught. And he'll be touched down here, but not before he does pick up the first. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th.
And with the scoreboard against them here in the 4th quarter, this was definitely 4-down territory. Really nice job there finding a way to get open, and a really nice throw. That sets them up with 1st and goal.
They'll run with Hall. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up 2nd and goal.
The yards may start getting a little tougher to come by down here near the goal line. That's good work defensively there on 1st down, holding them to a short gain.
The 6-yard line, the line of scrimmage on 2nd and goal. Now it's Wilson.
Toward the pylon, but it's incomplete.
You got to be precise with your throws, especially in this situation. You're inside the 10-yard line going into the end zone. But sometimes the emotion, the excitement, sometimes the decisions just aren't made very well because of that.
3rd and goal, trying to make that scoreboard at least a little more respectable.
Here's Wilson. And this will be caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Jets. Alan Lazard from 6 yards away.
And the Jets get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this 4th quarter deficit.
And all about timing there on that short slant, Charles.
Exactly right. That was timed up so well. The route, the throw, touchdown.
Zerline good with a PAT. And the lead is down to 24. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick.
And here's Jakeem Grant from his end zone. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there.
And the Browns getting set to go.
Well, the win for them at this point seems pretty assured. I mean, still a decent amount of time left here in the 4th quarter, Charles, but you got the football, you're up 3 scores. They have to be feeling really good about where they're at.
I love your observation skills, partner, because I think you saw them charge onto the field fired up about another chance to get into the end zone. Looks to me like this group is ready to crush any hope left on the opposing sideline, and they want to do it with some gusto, too.
An opening for Chubb on 1st down as he dashes forward for about 7.
I know that every now and then we get in those meetings with coaches, and you almost want to roll your eyes when they talk about staying on schedule when they're moving the football. But would you say a 7-yard run is ahead of schedule?
4th quarter with the lead, you love that, don't you?
No doubt about it, because staying on schedule is trying to get 4 downs on 1st down. They did that plus 3.
And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. 148 yards rushing for him now as his big night continues.
At carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
And he put up a good fight, but he's going to be taken down behind the line of scrimmage. Hey, a lot of points have been scored in this game against them, but tally that one on the side of the defense.
Do you think maybe, possibly, it could be a little bit of a changer for them? Maybe not a game changer, but a little bit of a momentum one that maybe they can string together some pretty good plays and slow them down.
They'll try the air now with Watson. Under pressure now, Watson, and down he goes. Quinnen Williams, his second sack of the night.
This offensive line flat out cannot handle this pass rush. We've seen it demonstrated time and time again to the tune of 7 sacks in this game thus far.
Gonna need something special here on 3rd and long. After that sack, what does Watson have in his arsenal? The play action fake. They'll look to throw.
Pass taken in by his big tight end.
A big play that time for Cleveland. 43 yards.
And this has been the story all night long. They just came out firing and have not backed off, even with the big fourth quarter lead. Here's another completion for big yardage.
So now then, the big play has them all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. From the gun, here's Watson.
And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down. Well, their passing attack, even though that one was incomplete, has been really sharp in this one. It's resulted in a lot of touchdowns, and it looks like they're not going to stop throwing the football until the very end of this one.
Well, that will certainly make everyone involved on offense pretty happy because that gives them all a chance to pad their stats a bit. But as far as the actual need, you and I both know they can just run this clock out because this one, it was over a long time ago.
They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
And he continues to pile up the yardage. That puts him over $150 now. And this defense has really had its problems trying to keep him contained.
This will be the 8th play of the drive here. 3rd and 4. To throw is Watson. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Well, fans expect these primetime slots to deliver some of the best games each week. And, well, one team has certainly followed through with that tonight. Just an absolute clinic, Charles, on offense here. And they don't seem to be done trying to drive that football.
Yeah, and continue your theme about one team enjoying it. One fan base is enjoying it as well. The other fan base, they might disagree with what they've seen, but the one that's winning, they're certainly getting their money's worth.
So the Browns in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They've got it 1st and goal in a game that appears to have already been decided.
Chubb. Oh, he's going absolutely nowhere as he is hit behind the line.
Yikes, a 4-yard loss really sets him back now for 2nd down.
Well, I know a defensive coordinator is going to be pretty excited about what he just saw there. Great knockback by their front. And now with the ball where it is, I would expect to see the offense throw the ball on 2nd and 3rd down here.
They'll try again with Chubb. And another negative play there as they stop him again. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now 3rd down coming up.
We all know how much running backs love getting the ball down near the goal line. They think they're going to find a way into the end zone. He hasn't had that kind of luck so far. Ends up not getting in on the last 2 carries. You know he's going to be upset about a missed opportunity.
Now Watson on 3rd and goal.
Well, fourth quarter with a 3-score lead here, Charles, but they're still going back to the air and looking for more points.
Well, with this game well in hand, it's an opportunity for the guys to come off the bench and get a chance to play. And a lot of coaches, they want to run their full playbook no matter who's on the field.
Hopkins' kick is good. And that will extend their lead even further.
Well, no field goal attempts for him until the final quarter, but no hesitation on his end. He comes right out and nails his first field goal try.
And give him a lot of credit, too, because he stood there the entire ball game, but has managed to stay with it both mentally and physically. When they called on him, he was ready, and he knocked it through the posts.
Following the made field goal for 3, Hopkins now to kick it off. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. Back on offense, New York gets set to take over. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride?
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time. But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. Yeah, he'll find Hall. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. One last shot for Wilson. And that is incomplete. 2 seconds left on the clock.
This has been a rough one, to put it mildly, for him, but after this one's done, you just feel like at the post-game press conference, this team's going to have a lot of questions and definitely not a lot of answers.
So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8. One final shot. They'll look to throw. And that will be incomplete as time has run out on this football game.
A higher scoring game, Charles, than we typically see in the National Football League, but fun to watch these offenses. They were really clicking. It seemed like everything that they dialed up worked.
Yeah, it certainly was fun to watch from our perspective. How'd you like to be those defensive coaches?